starts now.
Thanks for sticking with us here at 7:30. We're getting into the thick of the holiday season now when families are busy shopping and planning get-togethers. It can all be hectic, right? And it can also be easy to forget what Christmas is really all about.
Christmas is about giving. It's about family. It's about loving each other.
I try to teach my kids it's not all about presents and stuff like that.
Think about, well, what's the difference I want to make in the world?
There you go. Today is Giving Tuesday, and that's the idea behind the globally recognized day. We had Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday yesterday. But today isn't about shopping, it's about giving back. In 2012, the United Nations and the 92nd Street Y in New York City created the day in hopes that after days of indulgent spending, the season of giving would hit the hearts of people around the world. And boy, that idea, it just went viral. Since then, Giving Tuesday has become one of the biggest fundraising days of the year for nonprofit organizations. Last year, in fact, $3.1 billion were raised on just this one day alone, a staggering number. And if you're a regular viewer of this newscast, you know we do a lot of work here with Share Charlotte. Their message, pretty simple: do good. In the same year, Giving Tuesday was started in New York. Here in Charlotte, Kelly Brooks saw the need to make it easier to give back. And that's when Share Charlotte was born. They launched with 87 nonprofits.
We are so excited. It is the culmination of 2 weeks of doing good. We are rallying the city to come together to do good together in whatever way they can.
And now here we are 12 years later. Share Charlotte partners with more than 600 different organizations. And today's the day they really pull out all the stops. This year, Optimus Hall in NODA became the Giving Tuesday Charlotte headquarters, helping our community unleash its generosity. It was a chance for nonprofits to gather and share the stories of doing good. Event organizer Melissa Hovey says communities are the support base for nonprofits, and it's paramount to get the word out about the work they're doing.
Go out and find a nonprofit to support in any way that you can, whether it's pledging volunteer time or buying something off their Amazon wish list. Just support in any way that makes sense for you and your family, because it is the Global Day of Giving. So find a nonprofit that speaks to your heart and give back in whatever way.
It's that simple. Well, at today's event, we got a chance to meet several people running nonprofits right here in our area. We're going to share their stories during this season of giving. And we're going to start tonight by introducing you to Farm 127. Their mission is straightforward: provide young adults aging out of foster care with housing, advocacy, and community. The goal is to give them the tools to thrive in adulthood. And it's not easy. Let me show you why. Every year here in the United States, more than 23,000 kids age out of foster care. Once they turn 18, they're just technically on their own. Well, 20% instantly become homeless. It's up to 40% in 18 months. 50% use, abuse, and become addicted to alcohol and drugs. 70% of women become pregnant by 21. And 60% end up in the sex industry.
We have this beautiful city with all of these resources, and these kids just don't necessarily know how to access those. So our heart broke for that, and we just felt like we can do something.
I think the collective we, right? Society,
Right,
are we
right.
failing these kids?
I think, I mean, yes, but not on purpose, right? The foster care system does a really good job protecting kids in foster care. And what will happen, what we believe happens, is that not that they're forgotten, they just don't know. We, society, we just don't know.
Well, once Chris Knox and his wife heard about this crisis facing so many young people, they couldn't look away. And they created Farm 127. The name Farm 127, where did that even come from?
So our big picture vision, our long-term vision is to purchase property and call it the farm, right? Where we'll have animal therapy and garden therapy. We'll have housing for the kids first. We can teach them how to maintain the home. The appliances, how to wash dishes, how to do all the stuff. Teach them how to cook. And then And then the 127 comes from James 127. Pure religion is to serve the orphans and the widows.
You've touched on it some. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is get them in a stable house, right?
Correct,
That's the first thing. But there are other skills along the way you're trying to teach them. Touch on that a little bit more.
Budgeting, right? So we help them open a checking account or a bank account, how to manage their money. That's a huge thing. Okay, hey, rent is due on the first of the month. You have to pay it. If not, then you've got other challenges that come along with that. How to pay your utility bills, how to set all those things up in your name, which then help them, build credit and build stability in their life.
If you haven't been in that environment, you don't know how to do any of those things, right?
None. So it's crazy. We took a young man shopping when we were getting him set up in his apartment for the first day, and he didn't even know where to start. Like grocery shopping, he didn't know where to start, so we had to break it down by category. So what kind of fruit do you like to eat? Well, let's go there. Well, what kind of vegetables do you like to eat, or are you willing to eat, right? And then let's go there and teach him the basics of those things. And then the next day, we got a picture from him that he had cooked his first meal in his whole life, right?
When you can change a life like this, what's that mean to you?
Yeah, everything. It's why we're on this earth is to serve others and to help others. And if we can rally some folks around to help us out, I really truly believe we can solve this issue.
You're surviving on donations, right? That's how this
yeah,
works, right?
That's how it works. That's right.
What do you need? How can people help you?
Yeah, so we have this initiative called the 127 Initiative, obviously from the name, and our goal is to get 127 new donors giving monthly over the course of this next year. In a perfect world, we'd want 127 giving 127 a month over the course of the year. That would allow us to fund pretty much any child that came into our care.
And again, the impact is real, and you can really change a life by doing this, right?
Right. Not only one life, but you're breaking a generational cycle when we step into this space. So what we've recognized it. Not only are we changing this young man's life and these young people's lives, their kids' lives are going to be different, right? Their grandkids' lives are going to be different. So this is a break. This is an absolute break in the cycle.
Incredibly important work they're doing. If you'd like to help them reach their Giving Tuesday goal, just go to sharecharlotte.org. You can use that QR code as well. Once you're to their website, then search for Farm 127. Again, great work that they are doing.